Shooting stars never stop, even when they reach the top. There goes the supernova. Oh no, here goes the supernova. So, I'm not gonna let this song just keep playing. How long is this? This is a 13-minute and 39-second version of Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. Is that the full length? Never asked Frankie Goes to Hollywood if that's the full length. Giggity. Tin T2 Plus. Marie from Evangelion. Chosen because of her intensity. And these are certainly those. These are certainly that. So, sent to me by like 3 or 4 companies. Everyone's like, hey, do the tins. And I got a pre-production set, and they asked my opinion, and I was like, they're sharp. And so they dialed it back a bit. I don't know if they dialed it back because I said it or because everyone said it, but they dialed it back, and the box comes with tips. Like I said, the box comes with tips and a wire. And it's not as nice a box. It used to be like that. There's the Tin T2s over there with the book. So this has a gold stripe around it, which makes it like Willy Wonka. I'm running it off the BTR 5 because that's the only IM player that exists, as far as I'm concerned. And well, I will change off of Frankie Goes to Hollywood, even though you people are the worst. Doors, Roadhouse Blues. There's... All right. Let me take them out. I'll show you them. Oh, I lost a tip. That's probably the worst thing that's going to happen today. Okay, tip there. Take out of ear. Take tip off because disgusting. These don't look like Tin T2s, which throws me off at first because you see, the Tin T2s are not this shape. I don't have the page open. I should have opened the page. Let's go. Let's take an adventurous journey towards the Tin T2 Plus. They should be out. There they are. $60. Linsol's got them. Everyone's got them. One rating, 5 stars. So that's nice. So they don't look anything like the Tin T2s. If you know the Tin T2s, you know what they look like. Which throws me off because if they don't look like the Tin T2s and they don't sound like the Tin T2s, are you just selling the name and then adding plus at the end of it like it's just a different IM? This could just be like Jim Bob 4.0 IM, but no, it's the Tin T2 Plus because everybody on their mother has heard of the Tin T2. So that's automatic. Put that in your head. Put it in your head. It's not just what's Tin and the T2 and the T2 Pro and then T3 and then the T4 and then the Tin P1. They decided to call this the Tin T2 Plus because that's name recognition. Because these are almost as far away from Tin T2s as you can get. It's like if the Tin T2s were the most popular IM in the fucking world at the Tin Corporation in Tinsville, Illinois. And they were like, you know what? We want to improve the tins, the Tin T2s. Let's put up a suggestion box. And in that suggestion box, people dropped a various number of things that they thought would improve it. I want more bang and treble. And then I want more bang and low end. And someone else was like, I want more bang in vocals. And someone was like, I really want them to be intense. And then someone else said, well, I really want the shape to be better. And they just took all those, gathered them up, and they dropped them into a room filled with engineers. And they said, do. And what you're left with is these. And I've had a hard time deciding if I hate these or not. It's not a question of like how much do I love them? How much I love Marie. Marie's great. I love her intensity, but it's that sort of relationship when she's screaming and gritting her teeth and there's blood. It's like, you know what? That's a nice place to be. Queen came on. I just said, just doing dishes with them in, and We Will Rock You came on, and there is no IM that I've ever listened to, ever, that will put you on the stage with Freddie Mercury during a live performance of We Will Rock You. Because the intensity of sound, and I kept lowering it. I kept reaching in my pocket and trying to lower it, and it doesn't matter. I had them loud, and I was like, whoa, stop. Then I had it lower, and it's like, whoa, stop. And I was even lower than that. Oh, fuck. They do an exceptionally punchy low end when the song calls for it. It is, you are there. You're getting hit in the face. And then the treble, which I had originally complained about in the original set they sent to me, is definitely less. But on certain songs, you just get that little like it's like a little bit too much. It's all too much. It's all too much. This isn't even a W. Like a V-shaped thing has treble up and bass up, and the mid-range is sort of dark. This has treble up and bass up and vocals up, and the whole thing is just up. It feels like someone took like the slider on a big like 70 channel mixing board and just fucking shoved them all of it up. And I'm sure someone's gonna love these. I kind of was getting into them at the end. Like, I'm not going to deny that I may have danced a little bit to We Will Rock You, just a little bit like a thing. But as far as like what the Tin T2s represent, the Tin T2s always represented to me a overly, like not an overwhelmingly, but like a neutral IM, decent bass, decent treble, decent mid-range, with enough quality to pass it for like, this should be everyone's default IM. I've said those words. And this is if you somehow took a Tin T2 and then you put it into like a blender with Megadeth and Slayer and Geschaffelstein, and you just blend them all together, and then you get that exact same like average goodness of the IM across the spectrum. Only instead of it going up to like 7.5 out of 10, it goes to 17.5 out of 10. And my brain, like, it wants to listen, but it's so much. These are the most intense sounding IMs I've ever listened to. That's saying something. Because it's not like I'm saying, oh, it's the brightest IMs, those exist. Or the most bassy IMs, those exist. Everything that this IM does is absurd. And on certain songs, on like even gentle songs, it's like fucking splashing like Blair's instant death hot sauce on all of your music. And it doesn't hurt all the time. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to tell you that these are bad. I want to tell you that these are not bad, but at the same time, holy shit, I need less of everything for me to just chill out with. These are not chill out. If you're getting ready to like run into like a cave and beat up bears, these are the IMs you prep yourself with. These are intense, wildly intense IMs. All gone is that like gentle subtleness of the Tin T2. The Tin T2 Pro with the janked up like highs, it was like, oh, I don't want that at all. Then the Tin T3, which were like more of the same of the Tin T2 Pros, just like a little bit more refined. Tin T4s added the low end, and that they got lighter, and it was sort of like, I could accept the Tin T4s. A lot of people I know love the Tin T4s. Tin P1s were like a mid-range orgy, where they didn't really, like, the bass was just okay unless you had like crazy low end and an intense amplifier. And now these are everything. Everything they improved in all those just shoved into one IM, but it just made the average volume louder. Like, the actual volume of music sounds louder. Where's my tips? I'm gonna put the tips back on because it's like a thing for me now that you've seen them. And oh, by the way, they are very smooth. These are baby butt smooth metal, beautiful finish. Like, the MMCX spins so you can get them in your ear properly. Little hole, big R in the back, red tip. These are very nice to touch. They feel like one of those like soapstones, like you're supposed to clean yourself with it. I should probably put them in the correct ears. That'll probably benefit me greatly. So let's put them back. Let's put them back over my long quarantine hair. And I'm using Taconi tips because I always am using Taconi tips. It comes with some foams, but they seem to be like the Tin T2s came with these big blue foams that I loved them. Even if I take a bigger one on the right, it compressed enough that the left side still fit. But all these new ones come out, and they've got this like white foam, and these are like small. I wouldn't even consider these like a medium. These are like a small, maybe a big medium. And I miss the big blue tips. I miss the big blue tips. I feel like that was what defined it as. That's a tin IM because of the gummy blue. What do we got? Roadhouse Blues next. Yeah, like this. This is from the Truman Show, Drive. Very audiophile. A lot of details. Hear them all. That low one just went, and I feel it. But this is a very specific type of music that is basically audiophile detail levels. Like, it's not loud. It's not loud. It's intense, though. Now we're getting more intense. I don't want to lower it there. I want to lower it here. And we're on low gain on there, by the way. Nine Inch Nails, Reptilian from March of the Pigs. Like, I want to scream, but also sing along. It's a very strange sensation. Like, it's kind of like when you walk into a club and the sound system is just up too loud and you don't have your hearing protection, and you sort of cover your ears and you close your eyes a bit. And then, like, after a minute or two, you sort of get used to it. And you're like, I just want to hang out and have a good time. So you put your hands down. And then you just, at some point, you're drunk enough that you don't care. At some point, listening to these, you'll be drunk enough on violent detail that you don't care. You know, this is a lot. This is a lot of sound. But this is not a very intense song. This is Carolyn Tuesday, Loneliest Girl. Definitely not Geschaffelstein. I cannot deny that imaging is just pinpoint between my ears. But they're like, you could hear her fingers on the guitar. Blowing my mind. That's so much. It's so much. I'm going to start crying if I listen to... Can you feel my hires? They won't dry. It's a good anime and soundtrack. You should all get into it. Like a bass knock. I'm going to call it bass knock because it isn't just like low end. Like it's like watching two 500-pound, sumo wrestlers bang. It's like you are feeling the shockwave of every sound that's going on in the low end. Like this is hip hop bebop from the Grand Theft Auto. And it's like boom, 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 boom. Are you hearing it? Are you hearing it? Are you hearing it? Hope you're hearing the sound because I'm going to keep doing it over and over and over. It's like if you're hard of hearing, absolutely buy these because you'll hear it. You'll hear everything. This on high gain, like you could probably deafen someone with this. Like everything seems pretty accurate too. It's strange because it's not an exaggeratory, like, well, they're taking the knobs. Everything is just fucking there. It's all fucking there. The legend returns following the wildly successful T2 and T2 Pro predecessors. Tin Hi-Fi has developed the brand new 2020 Tin T Plus. T2 Plus, the final iteration of the T2 lineup. It's taken a tuning techniques utilized in the famous P1 and T4. Redefined new hi-fi sound, combined with an upgraded 10mm nano pure nickel zinc alloy dynamic driver and a high quality matte aluminum housing. So it's a single dynamic, which I want to point out that the ICO OH7s, which are basically one of my favorite IMs at this point, are also a single 10-inch with a weird coating on it. But that figured out how to, like, at $950 fucking dollars, figured out how to do it to the point where I am just floored by it. And this is also flooring me, but it's more like I'm getting beaten down by lawn chairs. And I'm not upset by that for a while. I don't know if I could listen to these for more than like 40 minutes max. And if genre went to like something more intense, like if I went to Metallica's S&M or what was the one they did after that? The one that was all of Lars beating on fucking folding chairs. Saint Anger. Lars traded in his drum set for folding chairs. It was terrible. I would not suggest these IMs. However, they are cheap enough now at $60 that if you want to know what I'm talking about, you could pick up a set, assess for yourself. Like Painted Black from Westworld. Westworld, remember when Westworld was good? I do too. I'm hearing everything, and at the first 20 seconds of every song is like, wow, this sounds so good. But then it continues, and it's like, wow, I feel burdened by the sound almost. If that gives you any indication. Yeah, I'm very sure I would get a headache after like 2 hours of this. It just sounds so good on that piano solo though, my God. Like it's as if the original tins and all the, I don't know why that's not centered. It's as if all the other tin IMs had filters. Like they were all capable of producing this, but they all had filters holding things back. They didn't bump anything. It's just all being held back. And this is the version where they just tore all the filters off. And it's just like, here you go. Everything. Here's everything. Every possible sound you could possibly hear in the possible world. And a lot of people can't handle that. So, I mean, that's my review. That's basically it. I'm not going to go in any more depth than that. For $60, if you want to know what I'm talking about, pick up a set. If you're scared by the words coming out of my mouth, like you should be, the Tin T2s still exist. Those are a much calmer, softer, I don't want to say warmer, but more inviting sound. It's a sound that I think everyone could get behind. Like, it's just like, you know what, IMs. I just want some IMs. If you just say, I just want some IMs, Tin T2s. If you say, you know what, I just want some IMs. I want some IMs. I need some IMs. And then you get these. If you're like on your 6th coffee and then a Red Bull, and then you're about to bike like uphill only for the next 15 miles, and these will fuel your journey. So that's my opinion, and it stays here. Right, Marie? Right. Look how calm she is right now. Until she's not calm, then she's killing everything. So, yeah, she enjoys the pain, and if you enjoy the pain, and it's not like they hurt all the time, it's just that you could definitely develop schizophrenia if you listen to these loud enough. Literally mental anguish. In a good way. Like that. What the fuck? Theme of Yuri. Fighting Theme of Yuri from Megalobox. It's so much. It's so much. I don't know if you're going to pick up on that. But yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Again, yeah, but no. No, these need something that, for me personally, I get about 20 minutes out of them. It's interesting to hear sounds on them, and then I'm done. So thank you, everyone who sent me a set. I have like 4 sets to put in the yard sale. And I'll probably put this set. I probably wouldn't even keep one around. But yeah, done. That was easy. Because, I mean, the original set I got was way too much treble, and they've reduced it a little bit, but it's still like I may get a headache from just the hour I listened to them just now. You want to download this wallpaper? You can. It's in the description of every video, is the wallpaper. You can download every wallpaper I've ever used ever on Patreon or Subscribestar, and then you can look up the original artist with Sauce Now or IQDB. If you want to see these reviews early, which this is going to be one of those ones that people that are seeing it early are probably going to avoid buying something versus just running out and grabbing, oh, Zeals loves it. So it might just be one of those, like, I'm just going to sit back and wait for other reviews, because there's only one review on Amazon. One rating of 5 stars. Insanely comfortable and amazing sound. I will not deny the comfort. They are definitely comfortable. But, I mean, weigh almost nothing. What's he talking about? Built like a tank, super lightweight, gorgeous cable, complete package. The sound is really nice. Sub bass is definitely there, but not in your face. I mean, if we're talking about sub bass, bass is in your face. Everything is in your face. Mids really shine. Mid bass being punchy, crisp. Highs are slightly rolled off, but still detailed. Okay, I'll buy it with that. There's not, it's why it doesn't, I would have immediately ripped them out of my ears and thrown them in the fucking trash can if there was like 15,000 hertz was hating me. I would have been like, no. So, okay, daily driver, they hit every check mark. Well, that person, whoever you are, Jeremy, thank you, Jeremy. But, yeah, they don't hit they hit every check mark. That's the problem. They need to hit less check marks. They need to not hit like when the scale of from 1 to 10, it does this, it feels like this, and all of it, fucking all of it. Like the board at Chernobyl when it was all lighting up, that's these. Anyway, I'm done here. They're done. Jeremy's done. He's happy. If you want an intense musical experience, like one of the most I've ever experienced, like live concert levels of holy shit, I need earplugs to wear under my IMs. Here you go. Download that. Patreon, subscribe star. See these videos early so you know to buy or not to buy things before you buy or don't buy them. Participate in the yard sales. I'll be selling a shit ton of these if you want to get them for cheap. Like $12. Offer me $12 and I'll pay shipping, and then I'll break even with $0. Also, ask me any questions you want on platform. Keep the questions short. That's all I ask. If you want to ask me something, I'll answer it. Just don't make it a book. And if you want to ask me more questions directly, the $10 Patreon chat exists, or Telegram chat, I should say. It is available for everyone on Subscribestar and Patreon. And that place gets refreshed every 3 months. And there's a bunch of really interesting people in there with way more stuff than I have. Way more expensive stuff than I have. Makes me feel inadequate as a human being. So don't feel bad if you feel inadequate as a human being in there. Just observe and feel the room for a bit. Yeah, and don't forget to check out Hi-Fi Guides in the Hi-Fi Guides forum. I'm sure there'll be a post for these. Future Zeos, nah, forget Future Zeos. Future anyone else, if you'd like to link to the Hi-Fi Guides post, I'll probably be able to unblock it. Marie, you good? I'm good. Thank you, Tin and Linsol and everyone else who probably sent these to me. I look forward to the newer revision of the Tin P1 V2. I want to see that. Honest to God, because Tin P1s are sitting right there. And I love those things. And not everyone loves them. And I would love to see those with a little more tweaking. But these are done now. These are very much done.